Okay, we are recording. Happy Thursday, or whatever day it is for you on this amazing planet. So, I want to ask you something today. Have you ever gotten a migraine right before a big event, like a wedding or a job interview or a vacation? Almost like your body is punishing you for the worst possible time? Or have you noticed that your migraines get worse during periods of emotional stress, even when your physical triggers seem fine? That's not a coincidence.
And it's not a mystery at all, actually. It's actually completely explainable by one of the most important models in modern pain science. But unfortunately, it's one that the mainstream migraine world has almost completely ignored. By the way, my name is Dr. Kevin Wissman. So if you don't know me, I suffered with migraines for 21 years and I had daily headaches for about the last 5. And at Tame the Migraine, I basically quit my doctor job, my clinical job, to create this organization that helps people get to the root cause of their migraines or their headaches so that they don't have to keep managing them for the rest of their life and secretly and silently suffering. Yes, I see you if you're afraid to tell your boss or your coworkers or even your family and friends. I was the same way. I was a bit ashamed. I was also just afraid. Am I going to get fired or not get the next promotion I want? And if you're learning something here that you've never heard before, just do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Hit the subscribe and like button on this video because I'm committed to bringing you the most up-to-date neuroscience on migraines and headaches, but you got to subscribe so you actually get these. Otherwise, you may never see me again, and then your life won't be changed, and that'll be sad. But okay, so let's keep going. So the model I was talking about earlier, it's called the biopsychosocial model of pain. Let's repeat that one. Biopsychosocial model of pain. So we have bio as the first third of the word, meaning the biology or the physical part of your body, your nervous system, your brain chemistry, your genetics, okay? Then we have our psycho, not psycho like crazy, but psycho meaning psychological component of pain. So bio, psycho, and so psycho in this pain model means your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional state, your stress, your trauma history. All those things play a role here. It's not just your nervous system. Those matter too, but we're not done. There's a third one, and that's social, biopsychosocial. The social part means your environment, your relationships, your identity, the roles you play, and whether you feel safe in the world. And so here's the critical insight. All 3 of these domains contribute to migraine and headaches, not just one, not just the biology, not just the nervous system. And modern medicine, which is almost entirely focused on the bio, I bet no doctor has ever asked you, how do you feel about all this? Or tell me about your environment. Like, what's your relationship like? Is that playing a role? They don't ask it. They're missing the 2/3 of the picture. And that's why people keep suffering, even when their MRI is normal and their medication should be working. So let me give you an example of how powerful this psychological piece is to migraine and headaches. So research has shown that your expectations about pain, it's what we call the nocebo effect. That's what the scientists call it. The nocebo effect can actually increase pain sensitivity. So if you believe I always get migraines on weekends, well, your brain prepares the body to match that belief. So building up before the weekend, your cortisol level starts rising. Your nerve pathways start to activate and the alarm goes off. I remember back in school, I just started to believe, man, I get migraines and headaches every Thursday. And even after school was over, exams were over, I was still getting them on Thursdays. And it's crazy because before the physical trigger affects your nervous system or your body, the migraine will set in, regardless of the situation. This is why when we worry about our next migraine or constant tracking your symptoms and the weather and the anxiety of when is the next migraine coming, it's not just emotionally draining and exhausting, it's neurologically maintaining this migraine cycle for you. And so the social piece as well is the one that no one talks about. But consider this. Have you taken on a caregiver identity? Do you put everyone else first and then feel guilty when you prioritize yourself? Maybe you invest a little money in your health, or you just ask for some time off or ask for some help from a loved one. Maybe you're in a relationship or work environment that is just chronically stressful. Well, the bad news is that research consistently shows that social stress and interpersonal conflict and the feeling of having no control over your environment are significant drivers of nervous system dysregulation. And a dysregulated nervous system becomes sensitized. If you heard me on a past video talking about central sensitization, and this is one of the reasons that I close every single video the same way, because this is one of my biggest issues. And because it matters, take care of yourself first, not as a luxury, but as a biological necessity. So if anyone asks, why do you keep putting yourself first? Or why do you keep taking time off work or whatever it is? Or why are you investing in yourself? Because I'm doing it for my biology, for my nervous system. I'm not even doing it because it's selfless and it's making me better for other people. I'm just doing it for my biology. We just have to start thinking about things a little different, and it's not selfish. You don't have to feel guilty about this. Would you feel guilty if your friend or a loved one said that they need the day off or they need the night off? Of course not. Of course not. And they don't feel that way about you either. So I hope you've learned a bit about the biopsychosocial model and how it completely changes the approach to getting migraine free. Maybe, if you never heard this, you can now start to believe, oh, there's some things that I've been missing, and that's why I'm not free yet. But when I address these, I can be. It means the solution is not just a pill. It isn't just a supplement or an adjustment. It's a multidimensional, or what we call multifactorial approach that addresses all three domains. And the biology of your nervous system, the psychology of your patterns and beliefs, and the social context of your life, all of those matter. And so when you start working in all three areas simultaneously, that is when the transformation starts to happen. That's what I've seen over and over again for our students who had already tried everything. And I was the same way. I felt like I had tried everything, and I tried some crazy stuff. But as soon as I tapped on this, I mean, we have an 89.5% success rate for a reason. It's just no one's talking about it, no one's trained about it, and no one's doing it. But when you do it, it works, and it works pretty much every time. So in my Migraine Reset and Rewire Masterclass training, completely free, I walk through exactly how to address all three of these root cause domains with real case studies and even a step-by-step, a little blue triangle. It's completely free. So the link, if I get to it, I'll put it in the description. If not, check out our profile. Just go ahead and watch it. It will, I mean, like, it's putting people in remission. That is so much more valuable than whatever you're watching on Netflix or whatever you do at night. Like, if these migraines are holding you back or costing you things in life, quality of life, time, money, like, this is the investment. So get to it. Your transformation is waiting for you. And again, take care of yourself first, always and forever. And I'll see you next time.